So your path forward in finding your pleasure in this unfolding isn't in figuring out the details that aren't coming easily to your mind. It's acknowledging the wholeness of who you are and letting the universe show you in endless other ways, as it is doing all the time, how wonderful you are and how deserving you are and how much clarity you can accomplish. And when we talk about clarity, let's say this in a way that you can all hear this. When we talk about clarity, most people think that we mean clearness of mind. In other words, I know exactly what to do. Well, that's clarity. We do mean that. But what we really mean by clarity is clear vibration within me. No battle within me. Clarity of vibration. Desire and belief flowing together. Me and my inner being flowing together. Me and my knowledge of who I am and how wonderful I am flowing together. Me and feeling the love of Source completely. Me not blocking off the love of Source in any way because someone human in their human form who had it blocked off from them held me as their object of attention while they were blocked off from that and made me think that I needed to do something different in order to get their love, when inner being and Source are very different from some disconnected human who means well but who is belching resistance into the immediate atmosphere. So your work isn't the specifics of what you think it is. It's not walking around waiting for the impulse that will lead toward that. Your work is walking around waiting for the impulse of loving yourself, waiting for the goosebumps on your body because of the harmony of the thought that you're thinking right now on a myriad of subjects. Just enjoying your connection to your inner being, because it is always your connection to your inner being that is required to let anything else in. So let's think about this, because everything that is physics in your physical world is the same thing as the physics of this energy, isn't it? In other words, doesn't it always all apply? Doesn't it apply across the board? So what are the elements in Esther's experience? Well, wanting something, really wanting something, more than, am I wanting past my beliefs? Well, if I'm wanting past my beliefs, do I try harder? Is that what I do? Or do I get the supply and the demand in alignment with each other? Do I have a desire that life has caused me to accomplish? And do I stand back in that general place of believing in myself? Nobody can create. When they're co-creating with you, how you feel is a really big part of the mix. Are you enjoying this? So what's this conversation about? Your desires matter a lot, and they are summoning the energy that creates worlds for the accomplishment of whatever you want. But you've got to be in that chilled place of allowing it to flow. And if you get wonky in your vibration, if you feel a sense of urgency, if you are anything other than at ease with your knowledge that it is coming about, then there's something going on in your energy, and it's not the action that you need to figure out, but are those mistakes helpful? Is anything that has ever gone wrong before helpful in the now dynamics of supply and demand, of asking and receiving? So if you can step back into the simple physics of supply and demand, which is desire and belief, if you can step back into the natural physics of trusting that there is always a way, if you can trust the perfection of your desires, the rightness of your desires, and the rightness of your beliefs, if you can trust in the love that the universe has for you and that your inner being has, if you can step into that knowing that there is only that offered for you, and there is no proving, there is no stars on the chart, there isn't anything other than you just living some life and figuring out what you've got going on vibrationally. In other words, life is really obvious to you. We've been saying to you from the beginning of co-creating with you that there are two ways to know how you're doing vibrationally, how you're doing in the creating of your own reality. One is by the way things are turning out in this moment, and the other is how you're feeling. How you're feeling is a howling, really. Helpful?
Very helpful.
You ready to just be easy about it?
Yeah.
And focus on all the wonderful things in your life experience? Most of all, watch for the constant flow of evidence about the perfection of your being. Watch for the constant flow of evidence of your inner being and all that is, the love that Source has for you. Watch for that constant evidence until in time you'll be able to accept it in every facet of your life experience. Good? Good. seemed like a lot, but it was a lot. If that's all you ever heard, that's all you'd ever need to know. That's all you'd ever need to know. You're good. Source loves you. Have your way.